You like, why she always got me in church? Every time I turn around, she got me in church. But you know what? One of the things that a mother realized is that she knows that you're going to need the Lord. The day's going to come that you're going to need him, not her, because there's only so far she can take you. And whenever she realized that there's only so far that I can take you, I have to put you in the hands of the Lord. That was one of the biggest things that she taught me. Often I tell everybody whenever they hear me say, they always say, you know what, Evangelist, you always talk about Christian. You don't say too much about Alana, because see, whenever Alana came along, I had to learn some stuff with Christian because there's a 9-year gap in between them. So in 9 years, I had to mature up, I had to grow up. I couldn't be the 20-year-old that I wanted to be because at 21, I was a mama. Exactly right. So that meant I couldn't play around. I couldn't go hopping the clubs because I didn't want to be that type of mama. I wanted to be able to live an example. My legacy lives through you all, which means how I live my life, the sacrifices I make. I had a nurse that told me whenever mama was living with me and I was working and taking her to the doctor's office and all her appointments, and I would still come in, try to take a nap, try to cook dinner, and get out of here and go work an 8-hour shift at nighttime and may have only had 2 hours of sleep. And I had a nurse that looked at me. She said, Kendra, how you take care of your mama is the example that your children see. Yeah. So since that's the example that they see, they're going to do the same thing for you. And I looked at her and said, you know what? I never thought about it like that. I said, because of the fact, I seen my mama do this. I seen my mama get off from work and go take care of my grandparents and make sure that they had food in the house. And when my grandfather's health started declining because she lost her mother at 10. So whenever her father's health started declining, her and her sisters came together and they worked around each other to make sure that the needs were met for their parents. So that let me know that the example that I set before my children, I can only thank God because I know the day's going to come. The word let me know that you might go astray, but you will return. A lot of grandmothers and a lot of mothers' prayers are being answered. When I see classmates and friends and they talking about the goodness of the Lord, and I think about the times that mama had me sitting in church and grandmas and aunts and uncles and all these names that was called out. Some of them are now resting, but God's word still didn't return void because a lot of us are now back in the church and about our Father's business. See, that's what a virtuous woman do. We remember that our children are the gift from the Lord, that they're not a problem. They're not an issue. They became gifts because we recognize that whenever God gave us you, that meant there was work for me to do. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I told y'all I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good because of the fact I got activities on my limbs. My children are in the church with me. I haven't always gave the best example in everything in life. But one thing I do know, I've shown you how to get back up. That's one of the things that we have to look at. Sometimes when me and Apostle get to talking about our mamas, both of us be sitting there saying, you know what, for us not to be around the same area. It's funny how mamas them did everything. But you know what? Mamas them souls were anchored in God. You get what I'm saying? She made sure when she came in wholeheartedly. Many times we don't always do that, right or wrong. Right or wrong.
That's right.
Many times we don't do that.
Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mama.
No, the mother.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, ladies. It is such an honor and a privilege to stand before you this morning. Because you know what? One of the things that I learned about a virtuous woman, not only does she teach her children about the Lord, she teaches them how to live every day. She teaches them what we call in healthcare daily living skills. I remember I was sharing with somebody about all my uncles knew how to cook. And Apostle said, you know what? My mama made sure that we knew how to cook because they knew that the day would come we might come in contact with a woman that could not cook. So we had to make sure that we knew how to cook. And I remember saying those same things to Christian. I need to teach you how to cook because I need you to know a lot of women parents don't take the time to teach them how to cook. And that was said before me and Apostle ever crossed paths. So I knew, wait a minute. And I know I ain't the only woman that's teaching this, but then some of us as women, we don't even teach our daughters how to be women. Do you not know in order for us to be a virtuous woman, as the word of God calls us, that is our job to teach our young ladies how to be women.
That's right.
One of the biggest things that we have problems with is that our approach, we got to work on. Because when our approach is not right, it brings back negativity back to us. So we all can work on that. But at the end of the day, we still have a job we have to do in and out of the house of God. Because many women have been great mothers that has never gave birth to one child.
Oh yeah, I need to call my godmother.
Many women has not had children, but they have been mothers. How can you say that? Because if she gave you advice and showed you love and led you going down the right path, she did exactly what a mother would do. My sister that I adopted when I got here in Georgia, my son, I call her every year and say, Happy Mother's Day. And she get mad and say, you know I ain't got no children. And I had to let her know, you know what? Whenever you came in the house and you started staying with me, you got on my kids just like they were your children. Whenever they needed something and I didn't have it, you went out and you purchased it. And you didn't even have to do it. That's what a mother does.
Amen.
A lot of people don't recognize that because she haven't had any children, she's not a mother. Oh, yes, she is. Because whenever she see a child getting out of line, that's her job. That's the correct thing. My aunt never gave birth to any children, but she raised a whole bunch of them. My mama gave birth to one child, but she had plenty of children. Not just the ones she birthed or the ones that she foster cared for. She had the ones that she touched and impacted in lives. I remember whenever we crossed paths with one of her prisoners that stayed in the area that we moved in, and he stopped and he stood before her. And I'm looking at him because, you know, now I done got on guard. This man done stopped in front of my mama. My mama a little bitty person, so wait a minute, we got a problem. Who is you and why is you stopping in front of her? I done grabbed my pocketbook ready to swing and everything. And he stopped and mama took a good look at him. Mama said, what you doing here? And he said, I'm home now. My mama looked straight in his eyes and said, keep your behind off from in that prison. You got a new start, do something with it. He looked at me and he says, take care of your mama. Your mama's a special person. And he looked at the young man that was with him. He said, she was my CO. The guy looked at mama and looked at him like, she was your CO.
I wouldn't tell nobody that. I wouldn't tell nobody that.
But I said that to say, you be surprised at what your parents actually do. I worked with a lady and I told her, I said, you know what? You didn't just become my friend. You became like a second mother to me.
Yeah.
Because whenever she knew, whenever I walked in the door and the expression on my face, she looked at me and said, Kendra, what's wrong? See, these are things that a mother did. She recognized when something's wrong with her children. She already know. I remember when I used to call myself trying to skip school. And every chance I decided I was going to skip school, for some reason, mama would show up to the school to come and check me out.
Yeah.
My dumb tail going back into school like I done been there all day and the people walking down the hall talking about your mama done been here. I was like, my mama? Yeah, she would walk in the halls. That ain't funny, Christian. That ain't funny. But I said that to say she was in tune enough to know that I wasn't in the right place and where I was supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? See, a lot of times as children, we think they just being mean. They getting on your nerves. They bossy. She always got something to say. Every time I turn around, she think this, she think that. But you know one of the things that you got to remember? That is her job as your mother.
Yeah.
Now, she has compassion for those in need. How many times you remember mama, or how many times you know mama go in the freezer and she takes something out, and either she'll take her last to give to you and give it to someone else, but she does it out of love, right? Right. See, that's what I'm talking about. We know some good people.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things that we have to remember as women and as a virtuous woman, for you to be priceless, you got to remember yourself that you are priceless. That you can't be just bought off, because a lot of us don't let ourselves be bought off.
Yeah.
We can't be bought off, y'all. I'm going to encourage you this morning, ladies. Know your worth. Know your worth. You are not a piece of property. We don't live in that time where we are classified as a piece of property. I was looking at TV one day and I was at one of my clients' house cooking. And I was watching, what was it, Ted. And Ted went to court because he was one of, you remember little Ted Rooks from there? I couldn't remember. I remember whenever I seen it, I was like, Ted. I was like, what that there look like Ted Rooks?
It was Teddy Ruxpin. That's why I was called Ted.
Oh, that's his name?
Yeah, that little bear came out when I was looking. And he squeezed him and he said, I want to be your friend. Well, anyways, let's keep on going. But one of the things that I was looking at is that Ted and his wife wanted to adopt a baby. First of all, he couldn't be classified as his wife's husband because he was classified as a piece of property. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So now you go to court to try to prove that Ted is not. What's wrong?
Oh no, I was going to tell you, Apostle Allen said Happy Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day to you as well. One of the things that caught my attention, though, is that Ted was classified as a piece of property, right? He wasn't classified as a person. But one of the things that caught my attention is when Morgan Freeman decided that he would represent him because something had happened to the little guy that had became Ted's friend when Ted came to life. He had got hit in the head and almost died, and Ted cried, begging for his friend to be all right. It was all on TV and all on the news. Y'all know how the news is. Want to be everywhere and all up in everybody's business. Well, whenever that happened, Morgan Freeman was watching what was going on, okay? And they had just left his office, and he was telling them what nothing he could do for him. And I was like, what the world? Where is they going with this storyline? So I started cooking, and I'm listening. And the next thing I know, he went to the hospital to see him, and he told him that he was going to represent him because he saw what had happened on the news and that he was wrong. And he realized that this case was going to be a difficult case for him to win, but he was willing to give it a chance. Well, they wound up going to court with Morgan Freeman as the lawyer. When Morgan Freeman got up in the courtroom and he compared it to when we as African Americans was classified as a piece of property. You know what I thought about? I said, you know what? Until we as women and people recognize we are not a piece of property. We are human beings and we are worth more than money. We sell ourselves short. We don't have to do that no more, ladies. We don't have to do that. My mama used to always look at me and tell me, she said, you know what, you better recognize real quick what you were. You don't take gold and just throw it around. You don't take things that are valued and just stick it around for it to be stolen, picked up, and walked off with. You get what I'm saying? So what you think about yourself is going to revert. Hold on, I'm coming. What you think about yourself, because he just made me lose my whole train of thought. What you think about yourself is going to make you wonder what someone else think about you. So don't worry about what nobody else say, baby. Change how you view yourself. See, I have to say this to my daughter all the time. And she be like, Mama, the girls pick on me, they do this, they do that. I'm like, how do you see yourself? do you see in the mirror?
Look out.
How do you view your own self? So this morning, ladies, when you get ready to go to church, you don't need pastor to tell you that you are a virtuous woman. You should already know your own characteristics. And one of the main ones, are you leading your children back to Christ?
Uh-oh.
Are you leading your children to Christ? Because see, one of the things that I look at, and I love that scripture whenever Jesus tells them to let the children come and forbid them not. Because see, a lot of times we go to church, we get a word, but are our children getting a word?
Mm-hmm.
No. It's right that we teach our children, but whenever we go to church and get fed, our children need to get fed too. That was one of my biggest problems whenever I moved to Georgia. And that's how me and Apostle met, because he invited me to church. And when he invited me to church and him and I was talking, I said, well, you know, me and my mama been looking for a church home, and I've been going to a church. I said, but I have one problem. My daughter wants to go to children's church, and they won't allow her. She in school, but she not in real school, but she in the little kiddie school. I said, but I've always been in church, and church reaches everyone, from the greatest to the smallest. I said, so I have an issue with my child not being able to attend children's church. See, whenever we recognize that our children have to be a part, then and only then we're doing what we're supposed to do. So ladies, I'm not going to stand before you any longer. Take a look at yourself this morning and know your characteristics. And as many people that tell you Happy Mother's Day, look at yourself and say, Happy Mother's Day. At this time, I'm going to turn service in the hand of our apostle.
Wait till the last minute.
Amen. Amen. She wait till I sit down and say, I ain't going to be before you much longer. Amen. Good morning. Happy Mother's Day. It is a blessing. It is an honor. It is a privilege. I was just rocking to one of my favorite songs that I often sung back in the day, you know, but we're grateful to God. Thank God for all of you that are watching this morning. To every mother out there, Happy Mother's Day. Those of you that have been watching, if you look at the messages that I put out, we're celebrating mothers today. I don't care whether your child thinks you're a good mama, whether your child knows you're a good mother or not. Had it not been for God creating Adam, laying Adam down to sleep, taking out of Adam's left side of rib, creating, you know, Eve for Adam, bringing Eve and presenting Eve to Adam, and causing Adam to see that the greatest gift that God could ever give is the gift that a father can give to any man, and that is his wife. They became one. Things transpired. In the transpiring things that were there, they found out that they had broken the laws of God. There was a transgression that took place with the woman as she transgressed God's law, transgressed the law of man. God allowed them to come together. Then there was some children that came about in the picture, and our mother Eve decided that here's some things that come, and there was some rearing that took place. There were some things and instructions that came. And the reason why I'm saying that, because children, you need to understand that your mama is very important. Whether you like everything she says, whether you agree with everything that she does, whether you think that everything she does is right, whether you think the manner in which she does it is fair, you need to understand that had not God allowed her to be the housing place or be the place where you had a ride to get here, to be able to come into this world, you would not be here right now. Now, one of us, I don't care whether you're 5 years old or 95, had it not been for your mother, you wouldn't be here. But thank God that you had a father, because your father was the greatest part of your mother being able to bring you into this world. Wow. So we celebrate mama because mama had to deal with a whole lot of things. She was the most important thing because she was the earth in where the seed was planted in order for us to grow. She was the ground where we got all of our sensitivity, where we got our understanding, where we got the ground where we were able to understand what it was to know how to hate, how to love, what it was to know what to feel, in what manner to feel in, because in the incubating state that we were in while we were in the place of becoming who we are now, being groomed and grown in, notice what I say, groomed and grown into what we are, to be birthed into the world that we are, whether we came with all of our fingers, whether we came with both of our arms, whether we came with both of our ears, whether we came being able to see or not, whether we came with all of our faculties and no problems at all, no heart problems, no diabetes, no cancers, and whether we came with a cleft lip, whether we came with a cleft toe, or whatever the case is, God allowed our mother to bring us here. I need y'all to get it, because mama is important. And I need to celebrate mama this morning, because had it not been for the mothers, whether your mama got on drugs because of the issues of life, whether your mama was an alcoholic, whether your mama was an absentee mother, whether you thought your mama fussed at you too much, whether you thought your mama kept you on punishment too much, whether you thought your mama chastised you too much, you still need to recognize that it was for the good. Then maybe your mama wasn't able to be there to raise you, and they had to take you away from your mother. Your mother gave you away, or you didn't know who your mother was. And here it is now, 30, 40 years later, you found out who your biological mother was. And now you feeling some kind of way, and you upset because you felt that she wasn't there, and you missed a greater part, and you thought that she should have been there. That was the reason why God allowed it to be. This is different mothers they service so many of y'all, because see, the woman that, broke the alabaster box, and Jesus said that this would be preached all over the world, and it would be done as a memorial so that it would be remembered. And see, we got to remember mama. We remember mama once a year. And because of a calendar that was set aside, and because of, the Catholic Church, because of the Roman government, because of those that decide to do paganistic holidays, and they set aside certain things. Now, this is going to disrupt a lot of folk, because, see, we set certain things aside and celebrate for the reasons why, but we ought to celebrate all the time. See, y'all done got quiet now. Amen. I don't know whether or not y'all saying nothing on the message board, and those of you that are here, it don't matter whether we have a whole lot of folk or not. We got to celebrate mama all the time. Amen. I didn't like everything my mother did. Didn't like everything my mama said. Didn't like how my mama said it. Didn't like every chastisement that my mama gave me. Because see, when I came up in the era where they whipped you with belts, extension cords, plaited together. They whipped you with hose pipes. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. See, y'all didn't come up in the time that I did, and that wasn't called child abuse. That was called a whipping. And when the belt didn't work, when the extension cord didn't work, mama had my daddy cut a fan belt off the car. And she whipped us with a fan belt, tied in a knot on one end that she could hold. Come on, y'all. We were put on our knees on rice, holding books in one hand. In the other hand, book on your head. Put on our knees on rocks. I need y'all to get it. Amen. Disciplinary actions that were done that taught us how to better understand what was going on. Put on your knees in the corner for hours at a time and dared you to sit on the heel of your foot. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. But it helped us to understand that when they said no, no meant no. When they said don't go, they meant don't go. That was a reason and a purpose. So I need us to look at the fact that we got to celebrate mama. And see, some of y'all can't understand how to forgive your mother for whatever it was that mama may have done. The fact that mama may have not been there. The fact that you just now learning who mama was. I lived in an era where a young woman got pregnant that they took her off. 9 months later, she came back. You had a new brother or a new sister or a new cousin that was in the family. Come on, y'all. That child had to now give up its right. Because somebody in the family took the child and raised it as its own. Years later, they found out that who was supposed to be their first cousin was really their mother. Who was supposed to be their brother and their sister was really their mother. Come on, y'all. I need y'all to get it. We get mad. Children get lost in the system because the parent wasn't able to care for the child. Work happened. Lost work. Hardships. Drugs. Abuse. Battered. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. Because see, we got to celebrate mama regardless of what may have taken place. You didn't know why mama had to forfeit the fact of continuing to raise you because of extenuating circumstances. It wasn't that mama wanted to get rid of you. Amen. Mama had her own mental issues going on because of emotional imbalances that was going on, because psychologically and mentally she could not stabilize herself because of the present situation. And instead of allowing you to suffer as bad as she did, she had to make an ultimate sacrifice and allow somebody else to care for her child. Amen. I need y'all to get it this morning. You need to celebrate your mama today. When your mama kept you away from certain friends that you wanted to be friends with. Mama kept you away from certain circumstances and situations and places that she thought was dangerous and treacherous to your mind, to your health, to your well-being, your mental growth, emotional growth, social growth, your spiritual well-being. You got mad at mama, and then when you found yourself getting handcuffed and going to jail, you begged mama to get you out. Come on, y'all. Mothers, some of y'all still going and running to the rescue and the aid of y'all child because that's what a mother does. But I want to tell you, I want to help you to understand that sometimes you got to let them sit there for a moment. You got to allow them to look at what it was that you instilled in them, because you're more costly than pearls. You're more precious than fine rubies and diamonds. Your worth goes greater than the paycheck that a man can get when he marries you, according to what God had Solomon to write, because his paycheck don't even pay for what you're really worth. That's it. Come on, y'all. Did y'all get it? If we had been really understood the worth of a woman, we would not look at her worth as only being what she has in her body. When a woman understands the worth that she has in her mind, and that her worth goes far beyond the way she's built and she's shaped and how she gyrates her body, she'll recognize that she is greater than anything. Got to turn the music off. Because you got to understand, I need to celebrate a woman today. I need to celebrate a mother today, because God had Eve to understand that her worth was far greater than what she looked like. Come on. Then when you look at the women of the Bible and the beauty that they had, because even Esther looked at the fact that her beauty went far beyond what it was, and she did not take for granted how beautiful she was. The word that Deborah had, she understood that her word was great in the fact, even in her anointing that was there. Come on, I need y'all to get it. Yes. When you look at all of these women, Mary, understanding the worth that she had, recognized how great she was, but yet how unworthy she was, but yet God allowed the choice to be made because of the linkage and lineage that she had, that brought it back to say that her lineage now could allow the Son of the living God to pass through. Did not make her better than nobody, but because of the lineage that she had, that said that through her lineage, the Son of God would sit on the throne of his father David. In order that a man would always sit on the throne of David, it had to pass through Mary's lineage. My Lord. Wow. Come on, y'all. My Lord. So when you look at the worth of a woman and look at the worth of a mother, I got to celebrate mothers today, because even if mother never finished high school, mama never finished grade school, mama did what she had to do, whether she was in the cane field or the cotton field. Whether she swept up somebody else's house and she raised somebody else's children, she made sure that if she had to do 2 or 3 jobs in a day, came home tired, she still made sure that you had a hot meal in your house, clean clothes on your back, a clean house to lay your head in, and running water to bathe in. Y'all want to pray with me today? I'm celebrating the mother today. My mother went back to high school and got a high school diploma, but during the time that she didn't have a high school diploma, she worked her way through to make sure that her and my father made sure that we had a place to lay our head. That's it. Woke up every morning at 4:30, made sure we were around the table and said prayers and read scriptures and made sure we understood what they were before our day was started. We had a relationship with the Lord. Mothers used to do that. Now mothers, all they want to do is go out with their children, dress better than what their children dress, gyrate worse than what their children are gyrating, and make themselves on the same level as a child while laying down with a child. A real mother stands her ground. Come on. Y'all gonna pray with me? No, I'm not a woman, but I was raised by many of them. Been made to be and understand what it is to be a man, because a woman showed me how to live as a man. Oh, that's what a mother does. So you can't tell me that a woman can't teach a man how to be a man and show a man how to live as a man, because I was raised by many of them that helped me to understand what it is to stand as a man. Come on, y'all, need y'all to get it. So I want to celebrate a mother today, because mothers are the backbone of the family. While fathers are out breaking their back to make sure mama can take the little bit that is there, because mother becomes a seller of purpose. You heard her talk about that in Proverbs. And the virtuous woman, she a virtuous woman, is so virtuous that she take a nickel and turn it into a dollar.
Amen.
Come on, y'all.
Amen.
She knows how to take the money and cause the money to be invested well, but she makes sure that she has other trades to go along with what the father has done and brought in.
Come on.
She exploits what is there where. Make sure that in the event that father is on a longer journey that is needed, that there's always a well to draw from. Somebody ought to pray with me.
Come on.
Well, I ain't got no particular text, because I want to celebrate a mother today. I want to celebrate mamas, because when you look at what I'm saying, you can search the scripture and find there were many, because Gomer, in all of her beauty, thought that her beauty would carry her for many days. Come on, y'all need y'all to get it. Some of y'all thinking because you got the right shape, the right size, up top and down low, 24, 36, 24, 34, 26, 34. Whatever you call your body shape, you think it's going to last forever. They ain't putting nothing in your head, and those that got it in your head think because you got intelligence and you got influence, that's enough. But you ain't living in the worth that you really have, because your worth goes beyond what knowledge you got, how much you got, and how well you're built.
Well,
Wealth is in how well you're able to use what you got and not exploit what you have while being exploited at the same time.
That's it.
Can I help some ladies today?
go ahead, Pastor.
So ladies, I want to celebrate you today as a mother. Whether your child honor you, and whether your child have said, Mama, I love you, whether your child have said they don't give a rat's tail about you. Brothers out there, I know some of your child will cuss you to your face. Are y'all going to pray with me? See, some of y'all don't want to hear this. Some of y'all child have told you that they can't stand the ground they walk on, they hate you. You ain't my mom. Wish I'd never known you. I'm sorry that you are my mama. I wish so-and-so was my mama. Come on, y'all. I know y'all have heard it before.
Yes, yes.
Reverend, why you going there? John, why you going there? Preacher, why you going there? Because I need the mothers out there that have heard it and had their head hung down and have been battling with it for years to now allow themselves to finally rush to the front and heal.
Preach, brother, preach.
Child walked off and give respect to somebody else's mother greater than they give respect to the woman that gave birth to him. Died in childbirth, and God allowed mama life to be restored, and the child still ain't got respect enough as the gnat that flies in the air to say, Mama, I appreciate you still being here.
Well,
So I want to celebrate the mother today that feel less and worthless, that feel as though that she is not a mother because of the fact that the child will not respect her as mother. Made, omnipotent, true, honorable, everlasting, and real mother. Did y'all catch that? Made, omnipotent, true, honored, real, everlasting. I left the E out. That's what a mother is. She's made by God, made in God's image, made in the image of a man, has the ability to stand firm and stand true. She's omnipotent because when you think mama ain't there, mama seems to be as God always present.
Say it.
Even when God allowed her eyes to be shut, her voice to be still, her ears to be silent, yet seem like mama is always present. I'm about to leave you alone because I need to celebrate a mama. Just something about it, because something about mama. Mama seem to always show up at the last minute. And some of y'all always see, remember the song, I Ain't Your Superwoman?
yeah.
I'm not the kind of girl that you can mess around with and think that everything is okay. That's what some of y'all do to your mama. Some of y'all doing that to mama right now. Playing with mama mind and playing with mama emotions and playing with mama head and expect mama to always give you what you want. Let you have your way. Well, mothers, I need to tell y'all, some of y'all need to stop. Because some of y'all been giving y'all children too much of that way. And that's why they still taking that way. And that's why they still doing what they're doing. Stop and be the made woman that you are. Made in God's image, made in the realness, made in the soundness, made in the purity, made in the sanctity, made in the glory of God. Well, don't y'all hang up on me now. Told y'all to get ready to go home. Because see, she's made. She was taken from the rib of Adam, from the DNA of the man, from the essence of who he is. And she was made in the quality and all of the assurance of who God is because of what God put in and the care that he took to make man develop her with the opposite of who man was, but with the assurance of knowing that she had the ability just like he was, so that when he was not capable, she was able to carry it up. Come on, y'all. Y'all should have caught that. Oh, I felt that. I got chills all in my little head. He made her with the essence of everything that he put in the man. Allowed them to walk side by side, and in the event that he was no longer able to carry the load, mama was able to handle the load. Yes. Well, y'all can pray with me there. I feel a little preachy there. Come on. She's omnipotent, not as though she's God, but omnipotent in the essence that she's omnipresent, because when you look up, there goes mama. Make a phone call, and sometimes when you ain't made a call, you turn around and there go your mama. That's it. Y'all ain't never been in a situation and you were looking for mama and praying for mama and wondering if mama gonna show up. As soon as you turn around, you saw mama or you smelt your mother before you saw your mother. Are y'all gonna pray with me? Come on. She's true. Mama's the only one that will make sure that your feelings are not hurt. Come on. Make sure that you're not bothered and lift you up even when she knows you ain't capable of putting one foot in front of the other. Mama sure to give you the assurity that you'll make it even though she know you can't. That's Come on, y'all. Well. Mama has the realness to make sure that she give you the truth without making it be a lie and making it out of a lie. She show you how to turn what would have been a lie into the truth. Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't never met a mother like that. Y'all don't know any mother like that. Y'all ain't never seen a mother that was capable of helping you to understand that you can get by and not just get over, but you can make it through in spite of what it looked like. You better say it, Pastor. Well, I know my mother did it. Many times when it didn't look like things would go work out, mama was able to figure out how to make $1 out of 15 cents. She was able to take $2 and make it out of a nickel. Well, that's the realness. That ain't just made up, and that ain't just words to sound good. That was days that we done sat at the table. Wasn't nothing on the table. Mama said, set it up and pray. Thank God for the meal we are about to receive. And my sister looking at her like she done lost her mind. And I'm saying, well, if mama said it and we gonna pray, we prayed and a knock came at the door. And that's the God honest truth, y'all. They were saying they cooked too much. They had leftover butter beans, smothered chicken and rice. Girl, I got a half a cake left over. You got them children at the house. Come on, y'all. This happened where I'm from. Mama believed enough because of the way she was reared by her own grandmother. Know that if you trust in God, God will pull you. Yes, yes. That's why mama is the truth. She's made. She's omnipotent and she's true because her faith is inevitable, true in all things. And even when it don't look like it's going to come to pass, mama faith is supersedes all things. Come on. Then she's honorable. No matter what it looks like, and if mama got to do what it don't look to seem to be right and don't seem to be honorable in the eyes of man, mama gonna make it seem to be honorable to make sure that a child is in safe care. Come on. Make sure they got food on the table. Make sure that the lights are on. She may put herself in a precarious situation.
That's right.
Might put herself in a situation where she feels less than a woman, but she'll make sure that she is looking honorable to her child.
That's it.
Oh, some of y'all pray with me.
That's it.
Oh, mothers, y'all know y'all done put yourself in situations and y'all had to make decisions that you didn't want to make. And you done put yourself in a bind and compromise in ways that you knew you would have never compromised but for your baby. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
Well,
Some of y'all ought to pray with me.
I am.
Got to go to your grave because you don't want nobody to know you made a decision.
That's it.
It wasn't a rash decision, but it was a decision that meant lights, water, gas, meal, gas in the car, making sure your child had what they need.
That's it.
Y'all ought to pray with me.
Come on.
Mothers, I respect you because you made decisions that others would have never made and would have knocked you down and said that you were worth it, but they made it. Now, you got up from it and God allowed you to live from the experience, and then some of the experiences that you had to allow your body to go through because you had to make sure that your children had. Come on, y'all. You made the second bed hungry while your belly full.
That's it.
You still complaining, asking for another plate of food, and she done cooked all that was there to make sure that you wasn't hungry.
That's it.
She done made sure that all the last of the hot water, you was able to take a hot bath, had clean clothes that were washed in hot water, scrubbed them on her hands. Y'all gonna pray with me?
Yes.
Went to work the next 3-4 days and ain't had no money to buy lunch, but to make sure that you had lunch at school.
That's
preach
it.
real.
Come on, y'all.
Amen.
That's what a virtuous woman does. And some of us as men, and some of us as husbands, and some of you fathers out there need to take your place.
That's it.
Be a father to your children and take the load off the mother. Uh-oh.
My Lord.
Woman step on some toes today, and for those of you women out there that think the man ain't doing his job, some of y'all ought to take the load off the man that's doing his job. Why are you trying to run the man in the ground? Because you just want him to do everything while you sit down and do nothing at all.
That's it.
My great-grandmother said some of y'all ought to get off of y'all do nothing and do something, and you'll find that the man been doing a whole lot of what you think he ain't been doing, and you'll find that everything been get done.
That's it.
Then all of you men that on y'all do nothing than do littles and ain't doing nothing at all, and on your rusty dusting, your dusting and got rusty than what it is, and you're complaining because all you wanted her to serve you, she ain't a servant. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
Mothers, I celebrate you today.
Well,
And everywhere we go, we ought to celebrate a woman. The 9 months that it took for some of us to get here. Some of us were premature babies, and your mother sat there while you were in the incubator and tubes all up your nose and had cards all around your body, and you didn't know whether or not you were going to live because you didn't know what side of the world you were on. And mama sat there in a rocking chair night after night, day after day, while they administered medicine to keep you alive.
That's it.
Gave medicine to the mother to help develop the lungs before you came out, and gave medicine to develop your lungs once you came out to make sure you stayed alive. Some of you children are so unappreciative to your mother.
Come on.
Wipe your snotty nose.
Say it.
Wipe and clean your dirty
You
behind.
got that right.
Some of y'all in position now where you laid up in convalescent home and mama still wiping your tail and you still unappreciative to your mother.
Yes, Lord.
Y'all gonna pray with me? Why? I'm going here because when you look at this thing and you look at all of the mothers that have given their lives and given up their sanctity, given up their schooling, given up their careers, given up who they are, given up their work, just so that yours could go somewhere. You ain't got the audacity to come back and make sure that she have some good living.
That's it.
Then I need to celebrate these young men and these young women that have recognized the sacrifices of a mother. She's made, she's omnipotent, she's true, she's honorable, she's everlasting, because it looks like she's like the Energizer Bunny.
That's it.
Seems like every time you look at mama, just keep going and going and going.
My Lord.
You don't ever think your mama get tired. And even when mama tired, you don't even see it. Mama muster up the energy to keep going and make sure that you don't see that she's worn down. Wore out. Ain't got no energy. Don't have the strength. Mama muster up the strength. Remember one Sunday at Mount Pilgrim Baptist Church and had a flat tire on the car and Mama waiting for Daddy to come and Jack about to slip him under the car and my mama mustered up the strength. And my sisters can tell you this and my aunts. Mama grabbed hold of the car, said, boy, grab the jack and put it back under. Held the car long enough for me to put the jack back under the car.
My Lord.
Everlasting is a mother.
Well.
Strength in a mother. Found the strength that it did not hurt her children or anybody that was around.
That's it.
Y'all gonna pray with me? Then mother is real. Real in the essence of how she cared for her house. How she cared for her children. She would hide the greatest of pain. She would hide the hardest of psychological imbalances. She would make sure that you would never know how emotional imbalanced she really is. She would hide every physical ailment that is there, and she would run down the street with you while to get you ready for your track meet. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
My mama was a track star. That many days mama hurt and was in pain, and she helped us to get where we needed to be. While sick mama still looked like everything was well. Even while down sick, mama still had enough strength to look like she had more than us. Y'all gonna pray with me? That's why I told you, when you look at the word mother, you bring it down, and then you look at the word dead. She is daily. She is daring. She is debonair. She is the deal. Are y'all gonna pray with me? Then she's awesome. Yet she's yours. Oh, something about it when you got your own mama. But some of y'all don't even want to honor your mama. Mama still got breath in her body, and you ain't got the audacity to pick up the phone and live in the same house with her, walk up wherever she stay, or walk down the hall to her room, or walk up the stairs, or you live down the street from your mama. Won't even walk around the corner and say, Mama, I just come to tell you I love you.
Amen.
I don't want nothing from you. Just wanted to tell you hello. Come on, y'all.
Amen.
Then now mama, daddy gone. You begging the Lord for one more time just to say, Mama, I love you.
Say it.
Come on, y'all. So mothers, we celebrate you today.
Well,
This is a different Mother's Day because I needed, and that was God put in my spirit. Well, I had plenty of messages for those that think I ain't had nothing. No, I had a whole lot. But it was just something God told me to do while I sat there, celebrate a mother. Because we got to celebrate you. We got to really let you know that we appreciate you. And I thank God that while mine was living and while she was still on this side, I celebrated her. I let her know how much I appreciated her. I didn't wait till she got down to the last course of her days. I told her while she was in good strength. She was often asking me, why you keep saying that, Joan? I said, because Mama, there was some things in time that, you didn't have to do what you did, but you did. And I just need you to know that I really appreciate when you did it. I don't want to wait till you come down to the close of your day to tell you that I appreciate you. I want to tell you why you're still able to do for yourself. Come on, y'all. See, and I got a chance to do that with mine, and when she was down, she appreciated it so much that she loved the fact that I had a chance to do for her what she did for me.
Amen.
I love you too.
So I need you to understand today, children out there, I don't care whether you're 95, 45, 55, 65, 5 years old. If your mama there, show her how much you appreciate it.
Amen.
Brothers, hold your head up. Whether that joker is black, white, in between, I don't care. If you're biracial, love your mom.
Amen.
You don't get but one.
Yes,
I
sir.
love you when you talk about me. I love it.
Yes.
Love when I talk about you, son. I didn't know I was talking about you, but since I'm talking about you, love your mama. You ain't got the one. Don't wait till you ain't got her. You wish you had her. Or you in a place that you can't get in contact with her, and you begging them to let you call your mama. The sad part, every time a boy or a girl get in trouble, the first phone call they want to make, can I call my mama? Mama, stop hollering mama and stand on what mama taught you.
Don't put all up in my butt.
You know the sad part is children quick to say how God get them in position to recognize where they at, but they still won't get up and do what's necessary to have it done. Found myself a few years ago in a precarious situation, and my mama came and she said, I'm gonna get you out. I said, no, you ain't gotta get me out, baby, because you ain't putting in this one here, and God will get me out of this one here, because where the judge said one thing, some other folk tried some other stuff. I said, listen, I told you, just as my daddy said, you ain't gotta get me out of anything. This is mine. You ain't gotta, you my baby, you my son, you my child. Mama, you need to go home and rest. God and I got this. She said, and I'm your mama. Now tell me that again. Mama, I love you. Yeah. That's real. Looking at her through the glass. She said, I'm going to come through this glass. Tell me that one more again. I said, I love you, Gus. Why am I saying that? Because, see, some of y'all look for your mama to run to you. I didn't call mine. I said, Mama, how you know I was here? Don't worry about how I know you was here. Just know I know you were here. And I'm here now. I'm like, but I didn't call you. I know you didn't call me. I said, let me ask you this one more again. I didn't call you. I didn't tell you. Wasn't trying to tell you. You'd have found out when I got out. She said, that's the kind of child you is. You ain't like the other ones. I said, no, I love my other ones, but I ain't got no business calling you because this ain't your business. She said, yeah, it's my business because you my business and you mine. That's why I say a mother love her child all the time. So mothers, we celebrate you today. And to those of you mothers, again, I need to reiterate this because it's just stuck in my spirit. Pick your head up. If that joker, male or female, don't want to respect you as mother, hold your head up, baby. God gave you the channel. He calls you to be the channel. You were the ride that God allowed them. Must be the truth, because the phone went off when it said God allowed you to be the carrier to bring them here. God allowed their father's seed to be the one to be developed in you, because it was through y'all together that developed them into who they are, but you helped to shape and mold them through your emotions. Everything you felt helped them to understand what emotions were. Oh, I need y'all to get it. I hear you, Holy Ghost. See, somebody don't get it because, see, that's real. Because, see, everybody think you get all of this when you get out. Can I help you understand, according to the science, according to scientists, and according to psychologists and what have you, that baby's emotions, that baby's mental state, that baby's whole psychological being now come because of the interdevelopment of where they are inside of the mother. Some of you got to get it today. Mother, we thank you. Mama, I thank you. To my sisters, my baby sister, my two older sisters, my brother, to all of my nieces and nephews, to my aunts, to my cousins that are mothers, and so forth, and to my aunt that called me every day since I've been a child. I told her yesterday, you've been just like a mama. You might not have no kids, but you've been a mama to me because you don't call me since I come into work. You don't call and check on me every day, and every day you find a way to make sure that Joan is all right. How John doing? And I love her for it, because that's what a mother does. She sees about her child. So to all of you today, I love you. This is our first time being without our mother. Look back last year, and my mother and I celebrated Mother's Day together. So I want y'all to understand, I'm not sad, I'm happy. The reason why I'm happy is because when you had the opportunity to do the thing that needed to be done, there's no need to be sad. Does it bother you? Yeah, but there's no need to hold your head down.
Got that right.
Amen.
That's why when the song came on, my daughter looked at me wondering why I was like I was when Harvey came on and said, I don't know what's waiting on me in the future. I'll be doing 10 years from now. I just don't know, but I believe. See, that's what I know, because, see, one thing about it, Mama taught me what I needed to believe in, and I believe what I believe in because she helped me to understand what to believe in, why to believe in, and that's why I can believe in a God that I can't see, somebody that I cannot touch, but I can feel it. Every now and then I can feel it moving in my soul.
Amen.
So mothers, this was all about celebrating you today. Mothers, hold your head up, baby. Whether you're black mama, white mama, Asian mama, Portuguese mama, Spanish mama, Italian mama, don't matter what your pedigree is, whether you got black children, interracial children, whether you got stepchildren, whether you got an integrated family, you're a mama. Whether the child want to respect you or not, you are the one that God allowed to give and continue to give. The way God said give.
Amen.
What I had to learn even as a father, you still got to sit back and instill when they don't know that you're giving them the instructions that's needed for life. You still input without them knowing. My mama did that to us. And when I thought back on the lessons that mama gave, and it didn't look like mama was giving lessons, mama gave lessons, I now learn how to do the same thing when the children don't know that I'm teaching them, they're getting taught.
That's it.
That was taught by a bunch of women. So ladies, and even if you wasn't able to have a child, but you was able to help instruct some children along the way, can I tell you, happy Mother's Day, baby. Just because a child didn't break forth your womb, or just because they didn't cut the lower part of your stomach right above your uterine wall to be able to pull the baby out, and the baby didn't come out of you. Can I help you understand? You birthed many babies by the way that you instructed and guided and led them. You were a mother. You are a mom. So mothers, we honor you. We thank God for you. We bless God for you. We extend the invitation today. There might be somebody here, there may be somebody watching, there may be somebody that want to come. And Jesus still said, come unto me, all you that labor and are heavy laden, and I give you rest. If you pay attention to your business and look forward and see what's going on and stop looking back, you would know almost fell out that chair. Amen. That's what happened to the young man that sat in the window and fell asleep. He fell out and broke his neck because he wasn't paying attention to the right business. When you mind your business, you go forward. We inviting somebody to Christ. You said I was all up in you just now, and yet you didn't take heed of nothing that God said. And even when the invitation was given, that was an opportunity to get back up and restore your fellowship, your relationship with the Lord. But yet you were too busy minding somebody else's business. So today, brothers and sisters, we offer Christ to you today. You might be out there, you want to come. You might want to come back because, see, there are two different sinners. There's one that's saved by grace and one that's outside the ark of safety that's God trying to draw in. And if you're that person today, God is still saying, come. The Spirit said, come. The bride said, come. Whosoever will, let him come. Can I tell you the water's flowing freely? God giving you the choice to make today. It's up to you today. You can be a part of this family. He can engraft you in. He can bring you in by the blood of his son, by the word of his mouth. Do you want to be a part of that today? See, can I tell you now, once you come in, it's going to be a process to begin to change the process of what you did. See, your practices ain't going to change overnight, but your position changes immediately. He takes you from the place of being damned forever to now being saved. And in that process of changing positions, he now helps you to now integrate your practices into his so that you can become as he said. Said live, so that while everybody else around you trying to figure out if you change right in front of them. And you went from being a moth to a beautiful butterfly. You went from being a larva into a caterpillar, from a caterpillar being into a butterfly, and now you're flying higher than an eagle. So if that's you today, Jesus saying come. But I'm going to tell you, in the process, there's still going to be some struggles. You still going to have some hardships. You still going to deal with some pain. You still going to be bothered by folk lying on you. You still going to struggle with lying every now and then. You still going to struggle with whether or not your flesh is under control. You still going to have problems whether or not you want to love them that hate you. You still going to have a problem being around those that have done you wrong. In that process, you learn how to love them. You learn how to fellowship with them. You learn how to care for them. You learn how to do good to them. You learn how to begin to live the way God said live and be used of God. In that process, your practices, they change. So Jesus still saying, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man will hear my voice, it will come. I'll make my abode, I'll sup with him. If that's you today, you can come. You making a transition from one ministry to another. It's no harm if you got a letter. It tells what you was, what you did, what your state was, how you carried on, whether you was a fighter of the ministry, fighter of the vision, fighter of the leader, fighter of the church, or whether you was in good standing in all all areas, whether you sold into the ministry, worked the vision, pushed the vision, pushed it all, you can come. Whether you just got converted and you had never accepted Christ in your life, but you believe that that was a God. You believe that Jesus was the Son of God. And now you had an experience. You had a Damascus Road experience. You can come right now. Next step after that is going in water baptism. Maybe you've been baptized and you just had the revelation of knowing that he's real. Jesus is real. I know the Lord is real to me. So if that's you today, you can come. So we offer him to you today. It's ours to offer. It's yours to accept or reject. I'm going to tell you, as the days go by, it get easier and easier. But I'm going to tell you, when the hardship comes, you know how to call on his name. Well, you learn how to have a conversation with God.
You got that right.
Now I'm going to tell you, every now and then you're going to feel like you want to give up. You're going to feel like you're going to walk away. I'm going to tell you that, because if ain't nobody going to tell you the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth today. But that's where you have to now stand in your faith. You have to trust in his word. You have to truly depend on God. You got to really put away your former lifestyle. The lifestyle gonna try to come back. Don't let nobody fool you now that you say that it ain't gonna come back. And now that you say you don't sin no more, that's a lie. Because as long as you live in this flesh, you're gonna struggle with the fact that the flesh gonna wanna have its way, do its thing. You know how you done got away from cake, but your body still craves certain factions of life. Let me say it that way. You done left alcohol alone, but now you drinking what that stuff called NyQuil, alcohol in it. Come on, y'all. Doing recreational drugs, and now you're doing prescription drugs because you just got to get high. Come on, y'all. Let the Spirit of the Lord and the Word of God help to detox you. And in that detoxification, can I tell you, there's going to be some things where you're going to have some withdrawals because you were doing this, you were doing that, you was involved in this, you was involved in that. You participated in this, you participated in that. You was a mess maker, you was a meddler, you was a busybody. You like to get in other folks' business, and you love hearing good gossip. You love being an eavesdropper. Can I tell you, every now and then you're going to love to hang around to see what you can hear. You was a table bearer. You ran with all the information you heard. You scoped out everybody's stuff. Come on, y'all. Can I tell you, those things will still try to come up, but you got to learn how to discipline while you learn how to begin to have control. See, you can have control, but if you don't learn to have control in discipline, one or the other going to override the other. But when you work them both together and submit to God in the process of it, then you'll be able to have the strength to cause the enemy to flee. Submit, then resist, then the devil going to flee. But can I tell you why the boy fleeing? Sometimes he don't flee far. He just sit back and watch to see when you going to put your guard down and you going to find yourself in a struggle so that he can now capitalize off of it. But that's where you got to have somebody else to be there to push you along the way. So we offer them to you today. And while you're going through, don't be afraid to take a stand. But don't stop just because life and its issues and its problems and its circumstances rise up. Be willing to keep going. Be willing to trust what God says. The process, it gets better. So listen, mothers, once again, we celebrate you. You are loved. You are honored. We respect you. Don't nobody else respect you this real. I might not know all of you that's on and watching and that will watch. But I respect you because God gave you as the vessels to get every one of us as children here. Whether they just got here or just getting here. Whether they've been here for 40 years, 70 years. And you still around, we respect you. We honor you today. Because God allowed you to be the one to make the choice. To be with the person that caused his seed to be planted in you. You chose to continue to carry that child. And we honor you today. Because you made the choice to continue going. Some of you had sickness in your body while you were carrying the child. Others you had sicknesses after the child was born. Body went through all kinds of changes and convulsions, and yet we as children sometimes didn't appreciate what you went through to get us here. And I thank thank you for them. Why am I thanking you for them? Because I want you to know you are appreciated. Just as Tupac had to think back and say the same thing to Mama. Mama, you are appreciated. You're appreciated. I might have not understood why you did what you did. Why you made the choices you made. My mama used to pick up canes out of the ditch and sell the aluminum cans to make sure that there was always money in the house. Worked her fingers to the bone, literally, to make sure we had. So mothers out there, whatever you did to make sure that your children had, we appreciate you. We thank you for it. We bless God that you made the choice to keep going. And those of you that went back and achieved and acquired what you couldn't get while your child was a child, and now that they're grown, we honor you. So God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Happy, blessed